Hey, what's up? It's me. It has been a bit of a while, like almost about 2 weeks, but I thought I have a little bit of time now. I'll make a quick entry. So, it's been 2 weeks since my last video, I think. So, what actually have I got uploaded? First of all, I just wanted to say I've seen that there's like what the videos that were on 1 view are on 2 views now. So, random person whose account I haven't checked yet. Thank you very much for that singular view. I just wanted to, so I have got rough plans. So I recorded one a while back, like a week ago now, of merch. So, okay, it's mid-November now. Early October, I bought merch from two of my favorite musician artists, Boy With You and Kafune, and they've arrived recently. The Boy With You I've opened, and I recorded myself opening the second pack. I ordered a t-shirt and two hoodies, and the two hoodies came afterwards together, and I recorded myself opening those. The Kafune, that came like 2 or 3 days ago, Saturday, and I haven't opened it yet. But the Boy With You one, the problem is that like split itself into 2 or 3 different videos, so I will need to like actually upload it to my laptop and edit it slightly, unlike these ones where I literally just record and just put onto YouTube. So that one will be coming. Same with the Kafune, I will upload that one. And I really liked the Boy With You merch, to be fair. I think the Kafune one will be even nicer. Although for some reason I did buy an XL shirt, so that'll be interesting fit, but it'll be nice. Then there's I guess there's a few other things I have wanted to talk about but yeah. Also for some reason I have this shit. That wasn't there like 2-3 days ago. I just have a really bad habit. There was like a mild acne, and I just scratched it a bunch and tried to like push out the pus or whatever it is underneath. It was really not that big of a bump, right? Like it was similar to how there's something here, right? Just stuff under the surface. Then I've turned it into this very noticeable thing. So that's a bad habit of mine, but whatever. So this entry, I wanted to talk about an overarching idea of mine, but with a specific thing that happened today. So at school, there's the society I go to. I've been going for the entire time, actually. I am actually the longest attending member of that society ever, because it was founded when I was in my first year at school, and nobody else has been going since first year to last year, so 5 years. So, and I was to give a talk today, and I kind of did. The thing is, it's a small society, only there are a few juniors, but it's mostly me and like 4 or 5 people in the year who I'm friends with. And in my head, I was thinking, oh, okay, there'll be quite a lot of material. Give me a second. Material to cover. And I was, in my head, like, preparing a lot. I went to bed really late, but that was kind of, I just have problems. But I, A, like, had to understand the material, but B, also had been trying to prepare questions and find questions. I'd found questions, but hadn't got answers to them. Sorry. Yeah, these are really low quality videos, whatever. But I'd found like a question that I hadn't made the answers, but I thought in my head I'd imagined what the talk would be like. I'd go through them. I even had a funny joke planned out. So there's this famous I don't know if you know much about maths or physics, but Leonard Susskind is a fairly well-known mathematician. I think he's a mathematician. But there's this one really silly quote of his, which is, "A straight line is a special case of a curved line. It's a curved line which is uncurved." Which doesn't really make sense, right? It's just a stupid quote. And I was going to take that and make an adaptation of it for ellipses, right? An ellipse is a general case of a circle. It's a circle which is uncircular. And like, in my head, that was a funny joke, and my friends would find that funny. But they just weren't paying attention, so that kind of sucked. I was really hoping it would be a good talk because there was a lot of material which I'd made sure I knew and understood, and you know, I'd teach them and they'd actually learn, and then we'd do the questions, and yeah, but they didn't. And it's just, for a while now, I've been having this recurring phrasing specifically. Reality is underwhelming, and it's just a bummer, right? Like, the idea of having expectations. I think a reason I have it so much is because I have this really bad trait where I spend a lot of time in my head, and moreover, I imagine scenarios. So if something's going to happen, I will imagine it happening in a bunch of different ways. I'll imagine me talking to my friend, I'll imagine making the jokes. So in my head, I already have that expectation. I had that with this, right? I was like, okay, it'll be a presentation, we'll go over the questions. I'd imagined how they'd respond and stuff. And then it was nowhere near accurate. So I think it's just disappointing when I have an idea. I'm not a hope, but like just I'm expecting it to go a certain way. I have rough expectations, and then it's nowhere near. And I mean, this is a really minor case, to be fair, but I have this again and again in so many different aspects. And I think it is an underlying, recurring, repeated problem, which has been slowly getting to me. The idea of building stuff up in my head and expectations, and like I said, reality is underwhelming. There are lots of more general examples or more on-point examples of reality being underwhelming in more severe cases, more meaningful cases than just a small presentation in a small a small presentation in a small society or like a club or whatever. But it's the idea that I wanted to discuss, the idea of finding stuff underwhelming. Is there some moral to this video? Not really, right? This channel is meant to be just me, video journal, like video diary, yapping. So that's all this is, just discussing the idea within this context of reality being underwhelming. And I want to overcome this, but it is also a really good coping mechanism for a boring life, I guess. The idea of imagining stuff in my head, and that's also another thing, right? The idea of why experience reality when you can imagine it. That one I could make a video about because I had some good points about it 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. But I just wanted to make a quick video entry about this presentation and being disappointed, I guess. I will make the videos about with the clothes and the merch, but I'll need to do a bit of editing for this. But I hope those videos turn out alright, and I'll actually do a little bit of splicing, so that'll be fun. But yeah, once again, see you later.